Happy Wednesday. Welcome to today's live. Welcome back. If you've been here before, I'm the Urban Seer, your guide to love, destiny and manifesting the life you desire. I go live every Monday, Wednesday and Friday. Please be sure to join us. If you're watching the replay, just come along, bring your question and receive a free reading. A few things just to run over for a free reading. Please do click the link in the pinned comment and add your username and like number. Deeper readings are available, 3, 5 or 7 card readings, which include a Q jump. Also check the pinned link. Anyone interested in a private reading, they are available via Zoom or recorded video. Link is in my bio and in the chat. How I read, so most of you are familiar, but for anyone new here, I'm an energy reader, tuning into you and your situation to bring clarity. So please provide as much context as possible. It allows me to connect with your energy and anyone else involved in the situation. So please no yes, no questions, and I also don't do timelines. And as everyone really knows now as well, please hold your question until called. And if there is no response when you are called, I will have to skip, just to keep things moving and keep it fair to everyone else who is wanting a reading. I'm just going to adjust my camera. A quick disclaimer. Tarot is for entertainment purposes only. It should never replace professional advice, whether medical, legal, financial, or otherwise. Always use your own judgment and intuition when making decisions. But hello to everyone in the chat. Hey Chanley, thank you for helping out in the chat. Hey Divyansha, just hold your question until you're called. Samreen, hey Samreen, nice to see you. Sanice. Milky, Mariana, lovely to see you all. I'm gonna go head over now, just get the list. Appreciate it, Chanley. Hey Devea, lovely to see you. So first up we have Janavi, if you were here, my dear. I'm not sure if she is. She had booked earlier. Anyone interested? I'm using the Wild Unknown deck today. Let me know, guys, as well. I know Samreen Tech said that this time, I'm wondering, is it useful for me to endeavour, at least anyway, to try and stick to the same time? I don't know if this would help with like knowing just what time I'm gonna be here for the Monday, Wednesday and Friday, and stick to the same time, or if you're not bothered, if it doesn't matter. Just let me know in the chat what you guys prefer, if it makes any difference. Hi Ivo, lovely to see you. Thank you so much for being here. I don't think Janavi is here because she's normally quite prompt. She might pop in later on. So Devea, my love, if you want to post your question, you're next on the list. This time is good for you, Chandni. Yeah, so 1:30 is UK time here, so later I'm at work, sure. Yeah, so I'll endeavour. I think I will try to, it makes sense to be the same time for every session so that you don't have to think about it, and it can be more just like a regular slot. I know Janavi was waiting on big news, you know, for the visa. She might be caught up in that. So Devea, thank you for your question. Devea asks, I'm thinking about moving permanently to a very rural area. Would I be happy there? So Devea, I don't do yes no questions, but let's have a look at the energy surrounding this. Devea, you always seem to be moving or thinking about moving. Let's have a look at this rural area, this move. Spirit, please give us some advice about this, the energy around this move. So, 9 of Pentacles. This is about finances, security. Can we see how it's like this is protection, very protective energy? You've been looking at options for a while. So, there's something come up here about protecting our finances. Now, if this rural area, would this, you know, tell what resonates here, okay, about if this would financially be beneficial and could, you know, would it make things easier financial? Would that rural area, would it be like a cheaper lifestyle, you know, cheaper rents, things like that? That can often be the case. I feel like Spirit has come through to say like this should be the goal, because this card is all about financial independence and making moves towards that, okay? So maybe this move could be financially rewarding. It could help you make steps towards this. Feather in your nest, almost like it makes me think as well of building your, you know, savings up and being able to put money aside. Let me know if I'm on the right track with regards to, that's what comes through with this, with when I think of this move. Now, if it would be financially stretching yourself, you know about the practicalities of your situation, then I would say no, hold off on that, because Spirit is saying what needs to be the focus at the minute now is building up the finances, becoming financially independent. We move towards the 10 of Pentacles, which is the sort of pinnacle of the security that we strive for. Yes, Devea? So we need to stay on track with that. So would this move, the question being, would this move bring more financial security, bring more financial ease, maybe allow you to save, or would it be a financial stretch? If it would help you feather your nest and move towards financial security, then yes. But if not, then I would hold off. So I hope that resonated. Yes, best of luck for Janavi. Visa is hard to get, yeah. It has other challenges. Okay, so maybe they're able to, they will be able to be overcome, Devaya, if the goal is to be financially independent. Thanks, Denise. Denise asks, what person, Patrick, they now realising about me? There's a pick a card reading, Denise, actually, just with that title. So I wonder if that would be of interest for you as well, Denise, after this live. Just let me know about the situation with Patrick. Are you in no contact? Is this a friendship, potential relationship? Is this a relationship, etc.? Thanks, Chanley. Yeah, kick it in. Just, you're on the list now. I can see that you've made it to the link there. Thank you. So, Denise, just tell me a bit more about, you know, yeah, if there's Patrick, are we in no contact? Is it a situationship? Is it a relationship? Oh, no contact. Sorry, I've just seen that NC. No contact, romantic, yeah. So let's see how Patrick is thinking and feeling about this connection now. Yeah, sorry, Denise. Oh, look at this. The same card just came out. This is the Nine of Pentacles card. So this card, okay, in a love reading, this is often tells me, so how do they think and feel about this situation? This always indicates to me when I see the Nine of Pentacles, because it's a card of independence and self-sufficiency, that Denise, that they would see you as this kind of energy, you as this type of person. So I don't know what your I mean, I know you're in no contact now, but maybe how the situation was left. That I think they think that you will have moved on, be fine on your own, you know, have your own life, live in your own life, and almost in a kind of almost unbothered energy. Tell me one more, please, Spirit, about this. Oh, and then we've got Nine of Cups, which again is about being sort of content, self-sufficient. Two nines. So, Denise, I don't know if this, you know, if you are feeling this or not, this is certainly how they view the situation, that you've moved on. So I don't know if you've made it clear to them about if you still have, I don't know if reconciliation is what you would be looking for. You obviously still have feelings for this person here. If that's something that you have made clear to them, because the feeling and messages that I have coming from them with this Nine of Cups doubling down with this, sorry, Nine of Pentacles doubling down with this Nine of Cups, is that like you're good, you're fine on your own and moved on, not bothered. So maybe if you want to reignite this connection, communication might have to come from you to them, to let them know that, you know, actually, if there's any chance of reconciliation or reconnecting, that that's something that you would like, Denise. So I hope that resonated. Thanks, Chandy, for moderating. Mariana, yeah, if you want to post your question, my dear. Like Chanley says, I think there's a bit of a delay in the chat, so I will just hang fire. Thank you, Mariana. So, you're welcome, Denise. That would be 2 questions, Mariana. Do you want to focus on love or money? Just because one card won't cover all of that, really. So just, it's also good to be clear about our questions for clear answers. I'm glad that resonates, Denise. Obviously, if anyone does want more cards, more in-depth readings, that is available with a Q jump in the pinned comment. But obviously with one card, the more precise you can be, the more we can get from that. So let's have a look at love. As we head into April, yeah, the 2nd of April. Ooh, I saw this kind of peeking out when I was shuffling, Mariana. Some kind of, this is Major Arcana and this is the Star. So this is some kind of wish being fulfilled for you, Mariana. I feel like it's kind of a long-held wish as well in this area. It can be a connection with someone, maybe hearing from someone, good news, some kind of resolution, breakthrough, freedom, all of those things. Okay, the Star card to me is always like this long held wish, something that we've kind of held on to, held close to our hearts, maybe kept it quite private, quite secret as well, something to ourselves, you know, those secrets or wishes that are almost too fragile to share with anyone, because if someone were to say something kind of negative or not right, it feels like it would blow out this candle, put out this light, yeah? But yeah, very positive card, Mariana. So whatever you've been working towards with regards to love, whatever breakthrough, be it internal, be it external, what have you been hoping for, then there will be movement in that area this month, okay? Something that I feel like will bring you some contentment in your heart. So I don't know if this is more, I don't know if it still does involve your ex, Mariana, if that's what this long held wish, I don't know what, or if it's more about movement with new love. I mean, you know through your intuition going within, what is this? What does a star represent to you, Mariana? I feel like this month something will be revealed. We will see some movement in that area, and it will certainly bring you some happiness. It will lift your spirits, okay? Hi, Archana. You're on the list, my dear. Nice to see you. Hope you're well. So, Chanley, my love, you are next. When you're ready, please post your question. I'll post the list in a bit, Archana. I'll update it in a bit. So Chanley asks, what are the challenges I'll be facing this month? Hey, Janavi, no problem. That's annoying that the notifications have stopped. I know that can really impact how many people make it to this live. Okay, you're welcome, Mariana. Chanley, this is for you, my love. What are the challenges I'll be facing this month? Four of Swords, Chanley. This is a card about rest, Chanley. So the warning being, Four of Swords is the challenge being, let's be careful not to burn ourselves out. Okay, Chanley. Four of Swords is about protecting this, you know, our softer side, our more intuitive side, the spark here that we see on this kind of represented here by this beautiful small lamb, which is like our inner light, yeah, the spark that kind of makes it all happen, really. And then it's almost like these four swords here, like are threatening to fall, yeah, on this lamb. And what these four swords represent is that kind of overworking, overthinking as well, being part of that, because swords is about our mindset. It's about our outlook. It's about, can be about anxiety, overthinking. And yeah, you know, when the mind is just going a mile a minute, if you've got a lot on, if you've got a lot of demands maybe this month, then we just need to take time out, Chanley, when possible, or make it a priority, okay, to carve out some downtime for yourself, Chanley, and connect with yourself. So through rest, actual just literal rest, but doing things that we enjoy, meditation, staying centered, protecting ourselves, protecting our energy. So yeah, potentially a lot of demands this month from people, from situations, Chanley, pulling kind of at you, I feel like, in lots of directions, and we need to keep a clean mind, diet and discipline with our thoughts, okay? Restless at night, yeah, it's hard when the sleep becomes a problem, yeah. I've suffered with a lot of insomnia throughout my life as well, and it's very debilitating. So I'll just update the list. Janavi, I've just popped you on now. So Divyansha, if you were here, my dear, please post your question. And then we have a beautiful day, Chanley, as well. Thank you for your help in the chat. I really appreciate it. Love and light. So we have Divyansha, we have Samreen Tech. Are we here? Are we here? Hi, Archana. If you just see where you are on the list, you can refer to the list. So maybe Divyansha isn't here. Oh, there you are. Divyansha, go ahead and post your question. Samreen Tech, if you can get ready to just post your question soon. Okay, Divyansha asks, so just hold your question, Archana, until you called. Oh, hey, Sabrina. Lovely to see you. I'm glad you made it. Just click the link in the pinned comment, Sabrina. Divyansha, what is coming towards me in love? Ooh, lovely. So we have the Ten of Pentacles here. The Ten of Pentacles, okay, Divyansha, is a very positive card. It's about our ideal. That's often what it talks about, okay? So if we think of 10, it's like the completion of something, okay? It's kind of reaching the goal of where we want to go. Because it's Pentacles, it's about being consistent, about with effort, with showing up for this goal. But it's also a reminder that, so whatever your ideal relationship, situation, you know, if it is, you know, it talks about long-term commitment, living together, you know, having a stable relationship. It's a very abundant card. And I always see this as a reminder to say that this is very possible, and to keep that ideal in our minds and keep working towards that, okay? To not settle, to not drop that ideal, or, you know, yeah, settle for less, or maybe sink into some negative thinking that it isn't possible. If this is what we want, if this is what we really, you know, hold in our hearts, our desires, then this is still very much on the cards. It's such a happy card with all these colours as well. Yeah, such an abundant energy, like sort of looks like an energy portal. So what we have to do though, because it's Pentacles as well, is kind of put in that consistency of belief and of showing up, and kind of as well what a long-term relationship, a commitment actually takes, is about being very consistent, giving of ourselves, and does have an element of, you know, sort of sacrifice and giving and working. You know, any meaningful relationships does kind of demand that of us. But yes, also reminded Divyansha that it is possible, it is out there, and don't give up on this. Hey Sabrina, thanks Chani as well for helping. Sabrina, you're on the list now. So next up we have Samreen Tech, who I'm not sure is here actually, so I will. You're welcome, Divyansha. Eco 7, are you here, my dear? We've got Samreen Tech, Eco 7. If you're out there, please post your question. No, maybe neither is here. Archana, go ahead and post your question. Thank you. Archana asks, energy towards you, no contact, sure thing. Oh, hey Eco7, go ahead and post your question. I'll read for you after Archana. Let's have a look at Rouse energy towards you. Two of Swords, at a crossroads here. That's always what the Two of Swords talks about. Archana, it talks about someone who is also experiencing some indecision, Archana, okay? When we see the Two of Swords here. This cross here, okay? You know, that representing the crossroads. And because it's swords, this talks about our mind and our thoughts and being in some kind of stress and angst. So I know that this is maybe some residual energy that's been left over, because I know it's been a long time, okay, because it's been 3 years, Archana, yeah, since this, but maybe this is how it was left, almost like without closure, which is why you have maybe been left without closure on both sides, okay? I'm gonna ask for one more just because I am nosy. The devil energy, which is here, which is about Archana, about old habits, toxic behaviors, and I think not being able to break the cycle. So this tells me something about them. I think when there hasn't been the growth and change, okay? There's something about this stagnation, being at this crossroads, being at this impasse, that it's like they weren't able to make the leap, they weren't able to commit to you or show up for you in a way that was meaningful, in maybe it was an opportunity for growth, this connection, but they kind of succumbed to this devil energy, which is old habits, sort of just circling the same thing that we do again and again. And what that means is that we are at this kind of impasse. So I hope that resonated, Archana. Some kind of shadow work there for them, I see, to do on their side. I don't see that they've made changes or had the personal growth, okay? Oh, hey Georgie, happy to be here as a new subscriber. Thank you so much. You've donated on PayPal for a 5-card reading. Awesome, Georgie, thank you so much. Let me just pop over to PayPal now. This gives you a Q jump as well. So please go ahead, Georgie, and post your question and I can read for you now. I just have to log into PayPal. So neat, thank you for liking, and you are on the list. Just hold your question until you're called, but you are on the list. Bear with me 1 second, guys, just while I log into PayPal. It's always tricky because it just boots me out after a few seconds. Hey Georgie, so thanks. Georgie asked, does Nick want to reconcile with me in the future? So this is just to check in. Is this obviously is a love relationship, and are we now in no contact? The more, as an energy reader, the more context you can give me, it allows me to connect with your energy, with Nick's energy. Okay, so we have this 5-card reading now, and I'll start pulling the cards for you, Georgie, sorry. So Georgie, this is the situation. This is what's blocking it. We have Tower energy. How they see you, likely actions. Ooh, okay. Interesting. Son of Wands being, so no contact for 2 months. He asked for a break, but I lost patience and told him to delete my number. We dated for a month and saw each other every day. So this is interesting because, Georgie, what we've got at the very center of this reading, okay, is the Son of Wands. And this talks about, this is, I feel like, this is Nick's energy coming through strong at the very center. The Son of Wands has some immaturity, okay? They have big feelings here, okay? So there is a strong attraction here with this Son of Wands. It's ruled by the element of fire, which talks about strong attraction, magnetic pull, that kind of intense attraction, yeah? No problem, Georgie, thank you. But this is definitely his energy coming through pure and strong. Now, the thing with the Son of Wands is they can come in fast, kind of come in hot and heavy with an intensity, but they also, because of that immaturity, because it's a sun here, or in the traditional deck it would be a knight, it has that in out energy, okay? So it doesn't necessarily mean that they're young in age. They may be, but it's like there's something about their character. There is some growth here. It can be issues around commitment, or just like this impulsivity that a Son of Wands has. Now, interestingly though, what we've also got coming in as kind of, this is in the challenge position or a block, there's a Tower, which is a major arcana. Now, a Tower moment is like sudden change, kind of shocking events. Now, this feels almost like it goes broader than just this connection, a life event. And what it does is it just kind of breaks things down, okay? And it breaks, so you maybe, this can be how it maybe felt to you, that you were just going along, things were going along well, seemingly well, and then it's like the rug's being pulled out from under you, okay? And it can be sudden, it can be shocking. So let me know if that resonates with this situation, this dynamic, that kind of how it stopped. It was all going along fine, and then suddenly there's this Tower moment and everything seems to just sort of crumble before you. Now, let's have a look at what's, how he sees you, how he feels about you, and where we're going in the future. This is where we're at now, the Hanged Man, a major arcana. So we've got a lot of major arcanas here. We've got 3 major arcanas, which tells me that there is a strong pull here and a strong connection still between you. The Hanged Man is there. I think they're kind of stuck at a bit of an impasse. They feel uncomfortable, okay? They don't like how things went themselves. I feel like this, it's like a bat here, but it's like they're very constrained. Again, it's almost like that immaturity coming back in, of that they need to find the courage to make a move here and have forward movement, but at the minute they are at an impasse. They are kind of stuck. I think they're in their own head. The Hanged Man is about needing to have a shift of perspective as well. They're almost, I get this kind of frozen feeling about them. But then, likely actions towards you, we have the Father of Cups, which is a move towards you, which is, the Father of Cups is emotionally mature. So this would tell me their feelings for you are strong enough to compel them to make some moves, and they will come back to you to communicate again. I see them coming back in. So the question being, let's just go back to the exact words that you said. Does Nick want to reconcile? So this Father of Cups is a big indicator that yes, there will be a return. We see how this Father of Cups, this swan, is moving towards us. The cup is an offering. There is a softening in the energy here. There is a maturing in the energy here. So time will do some of the work, okay? Some time for, in this kind of uncomfortableness of the Hanged Man, I see some self-reflection actually happening, and there being able to be a shift in perspective, and them emerging here with a bit more of a mature outlook, with a bit more of a mature approach. And then we have the Chariot, which is another major arcana, which is the Chariot is about forward movement. So this is when this connection can then begin to make moves forward, and you can begin to get on track. So maybe it's like realizing what is lost, realizing that he actually misses your company, misses you being in his life. He felt that strong connection. And with these two cards here, this is very positive symbols to find here, Georgie, okay? Very positive information from Spirit. It's like they actually begin to get it and understand, and you know, they don't like you not being in their life. They don't like how it ended. They don't like that you're not in contact anymore. And this will bring them out of that silence if that's what's been happening. And then this also, because we've had some time to self-reflect, we're able to move forward in a more positive way. The Chariot is very courageous. It's very determined energy. And it also has the power as well with the Chariot to overcome obstacles. So if you do kind of run into some hiccups further down the line, the Chariot is very confident in being able to overcome those difficulties as well. So maybe things won't get thrown off so easily like they did here. So I hope this resonated, Georgie. It was a very clear reading, actually. Immature, just to recap, their energy, the immaturity of them in a way, made them, I believe, act impulsively, brought on this Tower moment, this sudden loss, this sudden change. At the moment, kind of frozen, kind of stuck, needing to look within, do some kind of inner work, change of perspective, self-reflect, which they do. Then we can move into a more emotionally maturing Father of Cups energy. This propels him as the catalyst to moving back towards you with a kind of different outlook, with something different to say. And then we're able to move forward with this Chariot energy together. So Georgie, I hope that resonated. I hope that was clear. Sometimes it's worth watching back as well to be able to really take in all the messages there. But thank you for your booking. Thank you for subscribing. And keep us posted, yeah, about the situation with you and Nick. So thank you, Janavi, for moderating. Yes, please do hold your questions until you're called. If not, then I'll have to time out just so we don't spam the chat. Yeah, we have a list. Paid readings take priority, which I mentioned at the very start of every video, of every live stream even. You're very welcome, Georgie. Love and light, love and light. Paid readings take priority, and then I'll return back to the list, okay? So kick it with Jay. If you just, I know there's a delay in the chat, so I've just recapped there. Georgie booked a reading, so that was a paid reading, and they always take priority, and then I return back to the free list. So we have Eco 7, then we have Kick It With Jay, then we have Janavi. So Eco 7, just give me a shout that you are here. I know you're asking what's next for me in my career move. Hey Eco, let's go. I'm going to post a list update so we know where we're at after Eco 7. So, Neat, please just, no need to spam the chat like we said. Hold your question until you're called. Bear with me 1 minute, guys. Right, list update. Right, this is for Eco 7. Next, what's next in your career move yet? May I know what's next for me in my career move? Ooh, I don't know if this has come through for you before. Maybe not. It feels familiar. Major Arcana Eco 7, okay? So, big energy, potent energy when we see Major Arcana. Big message. I mean, all the messages are important here, but the Fool card, this is about risk-taking. We see this lovely little chick here, which is maybe how it feels. I know that you said that you've started this new online business recently. This could be part of the message here to do with that. But really, it's the need for risk-taking is what I feel strongly. Now is the time to take risks in order for us to, in order for this chick the need to take this incredible risk, to learn to fly. They need to jump off this branch. And if they don't do that, if they don't manage that, then they're never going to be able to fly. And that's the message for you, Eco 7 here. A reminder to, maybe you are already taking risks, or so to continue to do that. Or if you're not, then it's time to start pushing yourself in that way, putting yourself out there. And it will be scary. And maybe there will be mistakes as well. There will be failures, but that is part of the road to success. I'm sure you probably know this as an artist already, but now is the time anyway to take a leap of faith. It's also about this with the Fool. I always see this message, not waiting for everything to be perfect, the perfect time, to have all our ducks in a row. It's not about that. It's about, we can get a little bit messy here when we see the Fool. What's the priority more than anything is just about you know, getting out there, doing things that scare us, taking risks, reaching out to people that maybe we're, you know, to say, would you promote this, you know, whatever that fearful place is, about taking creative risks or getting out there in the world. Now is the time to do that, Eco 7, whatever that kind of means to you. That kind of scary place in your career is to go for that and jump off this branch now. I hope that resonated. Janavi says, "Dear, sorry on behalf of my country, it's embarrassing. We are highly populated now. Many don't use common sense even when told to use." It's all right, Janavi, thank you. It does get frustrating sometimes having to repeat, but just when I'm trying to read, I think, as well. But it's part and parcel. The majority are very respectful and kind, so, and with your help, Janavi, obviously moderating and channeling earlier, so that all really is wonderful help. So Kick It With Jay next, and then Sabrina, thank you kindly for your patience. Eco 7, it resonated, thank you, you're welcome. But Kick It With Jay can post your question. Oh no, sorry, and then Janavi. I'm getting mixed up on the list now. We've got Kick It With Jay, then we've got Janavi, then we've got Sabrina. So Kick It With Jay says, "I've been working hard overtime and can't seem to reach my goal. I take little to no days off. Is there someone blocking my progress? If so, can I have a hint on who it might be?" Is this when you, what's the goal, Kick It? Is it promotion? Is it financial? What's the goal? Let's have a look though. Let's have a look at the energy surrounding this. Sometimes when we are, what I describe as almost squeezing the bird, Kick It With Jay, is like that we can try too hard. And this can actually, this goes against, this can often feel counterintuitive, all right, Kick It With Jay, that we actually need to take a step back and bring ease into the situation. I am someone who has a tendency to work too hard or try too hard and just go at it, yeah, at a situation. And actually, one can waste a lot of energy and sort of bring burnout to a situation. We need to kind of lead, I'll see what the cards say obviously, but we need to leave a gap for the universe to help us, for us to connect with spirit and to trust our higher self, and that we will take what we call inspired action, which is when we, you know, we will move and take action at the right times, and that's about trusting yourself. Yeah, so that is a good thought to have. You're not meant for poverty, and obviously admirable to have such a great work ethic. I'm not knocking that, but there is something about, do we need to change companies? Do we need to make a change if we're not making progress where we are? Is that possible? Let's see what the Spirit says. Oh, the High Priestess, you see, yeah. High Priestess is a major arcana, Kick It. And the High Priestess is the master of intuition. And it's something about, it's the need and the strong message here about being able to listen to that quiet voice, that intuitive voice that speaks. It's often quiet. We need to quiet our mind, quiet the noise around us in order to hear what it's telling us. And it's always there, okay? It's always there, and it's always guiding us towards what we want, what we need, our desires, and how to get there. Now, it does require patience and it does require stillness. So this kind of goes with the, I'll just read what you say there, Kick It. I used to go with the flow, but now I'm kind of fed up with waiting on the universe. But I understand, yeah, it is hard waiting on the universe. But I would say that your intuition, like, is there on a practical front. Do we need to make moves as well, Kick It? Like, are we in the same place? And if you're working incredibly hard and you're not being valued and you're not being seen, then I think this is what Janavi's saying as well, that exactly, according to my experience, sometimes if a toxic manager or if a team we work with doesn't align with our energy, exactly, that will never, it's the same message in a way, that won't, you'll never get the result, that you'll never be, if you're not seen and valued now, then let's not hang around, then it's more than like it's never going to happen. Okay, so do we need to make moves and make a shift? Let me know, Kick It, how that resonates with your situation there. There's something about we need to go beyond what we're just seeing on a surface level, okay? We need to go, the High Priestess sees beyond the veil. And it's what our subconscious is telling us. We need to go deeper on this, Kick It, okay, to find our blocks. Or have we got mindset things as well about poverty? That, you know, if you are someone who believes in manifestation, do we believe that we have to work ourselves into the ground, for instance, in order to be successful? That's faulty thinking, in my opinion, okay? It's more likely unexpected bills popping up. It may not be about being liked, okay? It's about maybe we're trying to increase our finances, okay? So if we've got unexpected bills popping up, then we need more of a cushion, so we need more money coming in. So where is this extra finances? Are you progressing? You know, are you getting promotions? Are you on track for your finances to keep increasing? It's not really about being liked or disliked. It just means that, are we, you know, if financial success is the goal, then, you know, let's have a look on that. What will bring in more money? We need to tap in and listen to our intuition more here, though, Kick It being the main message. I feel like the block is not people around you. It's more how we're thinking about this situation and what our thought process is and what we're listening to in our intuition or not. The Hanged Man, another major arcana. This again is about the need for a change in perspective. So it sounds like you don't not like your, it's like I'm getting mixed messages from you, Kick It, here, with that you are happy with where you work, but so where do we, if we're happy with where we work, are we just capped financially, or where do we want to see movement? You know, are we expecting to see movement where it's not going to happen? You know, if we want to, if being financially independent is the goal, then we need to think of ways to maybe additional revenue streams. If you don't want to leave, if you're happy with where you work but you're financially capped at a certain limit, then do we need to look at, you know, other resources, like other financial revenue streams, and there's, because that would play into this Hanged Man, the shift in perspective. So if you like your job, then there's no need to leave that. But if there is a cap on your earnings with that and the earnings aren't enough, then we need to look at then maybe exploring how we can bring in additional revenue streams. If you are someone who, you know, I obviously have a great deal of faith in manifestation, and that would be the first place that I would make a stop to meditate every day on this. This would help bring in this shift of perspective of where this additional revenue and financial growth that we want to see can come from. And it's all about going, these two messages is about going within. So before we make any action externally, make any moves, we need to go within and listen to our intuition, begin to meditate every day on this with intent to get messages from our higher self, from our subconscious, about how to achieve our goals. Okay, I'm going to move on, but I hope that resonated. So next up we have, hey travel lover, you are on the list, my love. Thank you for being here. I don't see anyone who is blocking you though, Kiki. It's about a mindset shift, okay? So next up, I have to find the list, but I'm 100% I think Janavi is next. And I want to, this is what I was going to ask Janavi about, the visa. I've been holding off asking you. My application is neither selected nor rejected. I didn't even know that would be a possibility. How crazy. I need to wait for second lottery selection, which may happen between July and September. Oh my goodness. How does that feel, Janavi? Being in limbo. Oh, why does that happen? It's good that you haven't been rejected anyway. Let's have a look then. Major Arcana, the Moon. That flew out. 8 of Cups. Oh, the cups are, the cards are flying out. Walking away from a situation that is no longer fulfilling. Is that where you are now, Janavi? I feel like that your situation is no longer fulfilling. So you're wanting to walk away and make this move. That's what this is about. Tell me about this Moon card. Janavi says, when I got the result about the card of going back and forth in the previous reading. Oh, yeah. The way my life is treating me, I'm not surprised. Yeah, and that was like, oh, that was like the post results, wasn't it? It was the 5 of Wands. Lots of conflict. Tell me more about this Moon. Oh, lovely. Daughter of Pentacles, this is you. I feel like this is the energy around it, okay? So we have, I feel like this is positive. This is having the opportunity to, with the Eight of Cups, is we are walking away from something emotionally unfulfilling. So this is encouraging, and this tells me that this is underway, okay? You will get the opportunity, you will, other avenues will open up to you, change will come. Yeah, it's almost like we will get to walk away from what is no longer fulfilling us. The Moon card is about a few messages, our intuition guiding us, but also the Moon is about not letting insecurities overwhelm us, okay? The Moon card, it will be tricky this time, Janavi, understandably, from now until finding out, not to let this really mess with your head, maybe bring up insecurities, you know, just because we're in the unknown, okay? And it's about, with the Moon as well, trying to get as comfortable as we can. It's easy to say rather than do, but get as comfortable with, we're going to have to get comfortable with the unknown during this period, and not kind of let it drive us crazy. Yeah, we have this Daughter of Pentacles, which is about steady progress in the right direction. This is your energy. This is Taurian energy. We have this beautiful rainbow here. And the Daughter of Pentacles is about making progress in the right direction, slower than we may like, which is what this is. Okay, we want the movement now, but we're going to have to wait a bit longer. But take peace from this card that we are heading in the right direction. Testing your patience again, exactly. But these cards are what we want. Daughter of Pentacles, this is you. Earth, Taurus, energy, just being consistent, keep showing up, doing what you do and how that you do it well, Janavi. Jumping through any hoops that come up in this process, if there is any, or if it's just like a waiting game, then hanging on to our centers during this time. The way out, I feel like, is here, is coming. We just have to not let this Moon energy, the unknown, kind of being in the dark, drive us crazy, okay? Saturn entered Pisces on March 29th. My Moon and Rising is Pisces, so it's lessons, yeah. So do what you can to center yourself. Try not to let our thoughts spin out. Maybe think the worst if that's where you tend to go, or just being in the waiting, and hang on instead to this, okay? The way out is on its way, I feel like, with that Eight of Cups. So I hope that resonated, Janavi. I hope it gave you some peace, some clarity. This is a tough time. This is a tough time, no doubt. Yeah, keep yourself busy to avoid getting, yeah. Oh, I like that native mindset. How funny. Yeah, go and stir crazy. Yeah, it just made me think as well, like, you know, the lunar moon. The loony moon. Sending love and light, Janavi. Tricky time for sure. Okay, so I don't know if Sabrina is still here. She's new here. She's had to. It's been busy today, so I'm not sure if she is still here. A lot of injustices in the US now, says Travel of a Year, for sure. Across the world, yeah. Crazy times. I quite like the native mindset. Sabrina, are you here? I think you may have gone. So we have Sabrina, we have Neat. So Samreen, I had to skip. You were a lot earlier in the list. So if I have got time, I will read through at the end, but I can't guarantee that I will because I've still got quite a few on the list. But I did call you earlier. Unfortunately, I had to skip. So Neat, you can post your question now because I don't think Sabrina's here. And then we have Divine Timing, my love, if you want to just hang fire for after Neat. Sure thing, Samreen. Right. So I'm waiting on for Neat to post their question. And then, yeah. And then Divine Timing. So Neat, please post your question. This is your reading. You are up. Oh, what is going on? Janavi, that's so awful. Oh, devastating, Janavi. Oh, we've had similar things happening here as well. Deforestation. All the animals are losing their natural habitat. It's just awful. Okay. Beyond cruel, isn't it, Samreen? Awful to hear as well, Janavi, I bet. Oh, crying out. Just devastating. Right. Neat. This is for you. Let's have a look at the energy between Tanisha and Shivam. So this is Tell Me the Situation. Hey Sabrina, I'm glad you're back. So Neat asks, Mom, is there any romantic third party between Tanisha and Shivam? Just clarify, Neat, your connection with these people. Does that make sense? I need to clarify this question. Hey Sabrina, yeah, I'll read for you soon. I just need to clarify what the question is. Oh, right, okay. So you've broken up for 8 months. You are in contact. Your Tanisha and Shivam is your partner, but your ex-partner? Okay. Let's see. So just because I am an energy reader with regards to, let's see, and how I read. So I know you're asking about a third party. If there is, it may come through that there's someone else here. But I think what's more helpful is to see how Shivam feels about you and reconciliation. Yeah. So Sabrina, I don't know if I hear you. Please just wait. I don't know if this is a glitch, or please don't spam the chat. What's going on? I don't know. Sabrina, can you just hold your question? Obviously, I understand that you're here. Oh, bear with me, guys. I'm just going to have to block them. Let's have a look at Shivan's feelings for you, okay, Neat? Ooh. So, certainly potential here, Neat, still. Ace of Cups. So, Cups is about emotions here, feelings of love, romance, and new beginnings. So, this comes through. It's a very clear message, Neat, that tells me that there is potential still here. And you know, when we're looking at his feelings for you, so this says that there are still feelings here. They are still open. I want to know, did you say you are in contact? So I'm just wondering, or was it no contact? What's the block here then for this, if the emotions are here, what's the block, Spirit? Mother of Swords. So this is about communication. And that's what the block is, okay? Mother of Swords here. So this is Queen of Swords energy. Swords is about communication. It's about being very direct. It's about speaking the truth. So there may be a difficult conversation that needs to happen here. I feel like maybe it's happening on both sides, or one of you, that someone is... So you are in contact. So this suggests that you're not being as honest with each other as you need to be. Maybe why things broke down, that we've still got feelings for, you know, there's obviously feelings here on both sides still. Maybe no one is, the expression kind of grasping the nettle, which is, you know, having that difficult conversation, being courageous enough to be very direct about our feelings, talk through what went wrong, talk through what changes would need to happen. You know, really kind of don't hold back on this and be almost brutally honest. The Queen, the Mother of Swords, the Queen of Swords is, and the King are both kind of brutally honest and don't hold back. So that would suggest to me that in this connection that one or both of you is holding back. If we can address that, then we can get movement towards reconciliation. Okay? So I hope that resonated, Neat. So next up, if anyone is still here, we have divine timing. Divine timing, my love. If you are here, please let me know. And I'll just hang on a minute because I know the chat's a bit delayed. So I did answer your question, Neat. If you go back and... So I said at the beginning, because I'm an energy reader, you know, if a third party person comes through, then the cards would let us know. There was none of that. That wasn't in the picture, okay? So if you just go back to the reading and watch it again, then I clarified at the beginning of your reading how I was going to read, what I was going to read, etc. So, divine timing, I'm not sure if you're still here. Travel lover, if you want to post your question as well, if you are here, my love, which I think you are. So, travel lover, do you want to post your question? Divine timing, hey, my love, post your question. What do you need to know today, divine timing? Sure thing. What time are we on? 10 to 3. So, Samreen, just hang on and I'll be able to read for you because we've got divine timing, travel lover, then Samreen, I can read for you. So, divine timing, this is for you. What does divine timing need to know today? Oh, it doesn't want to come out. I saw this. It was when I was shuffling. Few messages here. An offering of sorts coming towards you, which is an enjoyable thing, a beautiful thing. But it's also about being softer with ourselves and also having an open heart and trying to, the message being today and other days, divine timing, to try to lead with our hearts as much as possible. And to move with intention towards the things that bring us joy and bring us love. And it's kind of less about doing the right thing, or obviously we have our day-to-day duties, kind of. I know you're a mum, you know how you have to show up and do the things that we all need to do, yeah? But this is also about leaving space to either do things softer, not, be kinder to ourselves, and also try to move towards things that are close to our heart and are meaningful. Instead of having to be very logical and very tough and very do action orientated, this is like a much more softer approach, going with the flow. It's almost through every action that we do. Okay, we can do it with kind of in a stressy way, in a trying to get it done as quickly as possible, or we can try and slow down and be more present. So all of those messages, a lot of messages there, divine timing, but maybe you're being too hard on yourself as well. This can be about self-love. If we are putting ourselves under a lot of pressure and trying to just get too much done, this is a bit of a reset as well. So I hope that resonated for you. Thank you, Travel Lover. Travel Lover asks, hi, sweet and wise one. Thank you, Travel Lover. Steve hasn't contacted. An ex-co-worker seems to want to hang out. Ooh, but I don't like him romantically. Okay. Can you please tell me about anyone new in love? I certainly can. Let's have a look what's coming through. What's next in love for Travel Lover? I'm curious too. Oof, that old sneaky devil energy. Breaking some habits, breaking some ties. I wonder if this is, do we... Tell me more about this devil energy, spirit. I wonder if this is about Steve, travel lover. Let me know if you feel, if this connects with where you're at, because it's about walking away from a situation that that's emotionally unfulfilling. Okay, because I know with Steve, there's obviously a strong connection here, but at the moment, and like the recent past energy has been, and currently has been, that we haven't seen the change that we've wanted in him. This can be about energetically like unhooking ourselves from toxic behaviors, you know, habits that aren't good for ourselves, that we cycle around. We all have them, you know, we all do them. And there comes a point when, you know, we get tired of this, when we get worn down by this as well. And we get to that place where, you know, we walk away from this kind of disappointment. And we have to accept, you know, feel that loss as well of it not working out, and move towards, decide for ourselves to go for more. So that would suggest that this is what's happening or needs to happen in order to hold space for someone new. I mean, you are as well, like you are walking away from, say, this ex-co-worker who is interested in you, but you don't like them romantically. So you have as well, you know, don't kind of waste your energy on that, which I don't think you are. But maybe this is about Steve, it feels like. Let's see. So if we do this, if we hold space for someone new and decide to do something different. Let's have a look at who we've done, you know, we do this. Who are we holding space for, Spirit? You're going to tell us. Maybe there's some, with this 9 of Pentacles, this is about putting ourselves first. Travel lover, okay? This is about feathering our nest. So maybe after that whole Steve experience, or what we are doing in life, you know, where we are putting our energy, I feel like before, the spirit isn't going to tell us who is coming in next first. Basically, they're not going to tell us anything about that. What they're saying is that we need to work on this. We need to release toxic behaviors that aren't good for us, release people that aren't good for us. We walk away from what is no longer fulfilling and go for more, ask for more. And in that process of doing that, we also need to prioritize ourselves, feather our nest. This is all about looking after yourself when we see a 9, okay? And maybe rebuilding, doing some rebuilding. If someone has kind of not, we've had setbacks, our confidence may have been knocked. You know, tell you what resonates here. It's I don't know the ins and outs of your situation with Steve, travel lover, but there's been, certainly he hasn't showed up in the way, in his divine masculine self, of how he's needed to, okay? So there is some rebuilding. We need to focus our energy on ourselves now and release, and do some releasing. Exactly. So you are, like you say, that feeling can be very true that you are soulmates. But if someone, just what you say there, if he is not working on himself, then that's his own journey, isn't it? And that's his own path, and he can't meet you where he needs to. Your relationship savvy, and he isn't. Yeah, like we've seen before in the past, he is very he seems very stuck in his energy a lot, and he's not able to be very proactive to go after what he wants, and kind of pays the price for that as well. So at the minute, travel lover, just focus on releasing energetically, Steve, if you can, and understanding you are soulmates. But as for now, definitely at least let's take the focus off him, decenter him, as they say, and focus on yourself, build yourself up, and be in that asking for more, yeah, asking for the best, and positioning ourselves and holding space for that. So Samreen, my love, this is, yeah, it is when you say the most difficult situation, when you're still hung up on an ex and someone new comes in life, and it's hard to choose whether to wait or avail opportunity. It's true, it is tricky. And it's very tricky when someone, you know, you feel that connection, that deep connection with someone and recognition, but we can't, they can't do the work, yeah. Oh, Nightfall Bliss as well, if you were here, please let me know. I know you're on the list. Hey, Peter, I hope you're well. So I'm gonna end the live soon, guys. So if you just want to get your questions, I can't speak, questions in quick. I'm gonna read for Samreen and Nightfall Bliss, who are on the list. Please get your questions in now, or forever hold your peace. No. Is anyone here? Is anyone here? Or will I end now? I think maybe that's it then. Yeah. Okay, so, oh, there we go, Samreen. Samreen, do you want to post your question? Please post it now, because I am going to end the live soon. And Nightfall Bliss, please post your question, guys. Let's have a look how your ex is feeling. So I don't do timelines, Nightfall Bliss. I don't do yes, no, or timeline questions. Samreen, this is for you. Yes, and I'm aware of Eid 2 days ago. Okay, Samreen, let's have a look. Why are we getting spammed? Nightfall Bliss, so I like to say I don't do yes no questions. If you do want to post a different question, rephrase it. I don't do yes no or timeline questions. Right, Samreen, this is for you, my dear. Let's have a look how your ex is feeling about you. And if anything about reconciliation comes through. Seven of Wands. This always what came to mind, Samreen, is like that there is this still wand that is obviously lit here. which talks about, I think, still with this card, feelings still remain. You know the expression holding a torch for someone? This is what comes through, yeah? But Seven of Wands also talks about, Samreen, some kind of defensiveness that is still lingering. And these are 6 wands, okay, that kind of represent what went wrong between you, maybe what didn't work out. So they kind of feel that, they're conscious of that, that if this was going to work, there would be quite a lot to overcome, yeah? But nonetheless, there are still feelings here, Samreen, with this wand that kind of stands alone here and is the light in the dark, yeah? But there is this feeling of maybe a bit weary about, a bit hesitant, a bit wary, and a bit defensive still. I don't know when you last communicated, how much conversation that, if any, is going on. But really, this, obviously, it would take more cards to dig into this. There is, what I would say is almost like that there's mixed feelings here, Samreen. There is an emotional kind of spark and fire here of desire, really, because fire is about desire. But then there's also this defensiveness and this wariness, because they kind of still are feeling the pinch of what went wrong, you know, what didn't work out, in essence. So I hope that resonated, Samreen. It gives us a snapshot, yeah, into what's going on for them and how they feel about this connection. So Nightfall Bliss, this is for you, the energy around your job search. Let's take a look. Son of Pentacles. So Nightfall Bliss, there is an offer on its way to you with this job search for sure. This is a very good sign when we see jobs around jobs, because Pentacles, this is about money, this is about how we meet the 3D, this is about how we meet the material world, okay? And this is this pentacle in the sky here. Now the Son of Pentacles requires some patience though, so it may come slower than what you may hope for, wish for. Maybe you've even had some delays and it's already gone slower than what you had hoped. But trust the process, okay? It just requires some patience. This is just the energy of the Son of Pentacles. It's just how it moves. But when it delivers and when it comes through, is that it's a real genuine offer, and it's a good offer. And with that offer, it comes security, you know, financial improvements. It's a real card of progress. We just need to, from now and when we get this offer comes through, that it just is about being consistent, about just showing up daily, doing what needs to be done. So say putting in the applications, keeping the CV up to date, you know, go to interviews, give it everything that you need, and it will pay off and it will have results. But like I say, it can be quite slow moving with the Son of Pentacles, and it can at times make you feel stuck and feel like, wow, is this ever going to happen? You know, am I even making any progress? But you are. But like I say, it's just Son of Pentacles is slow moving, but when it delivers, it is something that you can rely on, and it's something positive, genuine and good. Right guys, I'm going to end the live there. Thank you for everyone that posted your questions. Please go and join me on Friday. So it's the same time, 1:30 p.m. GMT time. You can pre-book for that now. If you want to get on the list, please go ahead. You can just find that live, and there is a link to book for that already. But hopefully I'll see you there. Wishing you all the best for the